The bidding war is closing on its final stages. As you guys are aware, Man United's takeover race has reached a 4th round of bidding, and it might even go into a 5th one. Naturally, at the same time, some exciting news are coming out of the matter, which is the topic of discussion for today's video. Qatar is going to surpass people's expectations, while they have exciting plans for United, and we'll talk about them throughout the rest of this video. Well, first things first, let's touch on the latest reports from Metro, which touches on the fact that Qatar is willing to go above and beyond to become the new owner of Manchester United. As you guys know, the Qatari billionaire placed what was supposed to be a final take it or leave it offer earlier this month for 100% control of the club. The offer, which was Jassim's 4th bid, came 2 weeks after a deadline for a 3rd round of bids had passed. It was placed as Jassim felt he needed to do more to convince the Glazers to select his bid over rival Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sheikh Jassim was confident his 4th bid would do the trick, but the Glazers are still leaning towards Ratcliffe's offer. By the way, I should emphasize that no official news has surfaced online about the matter yet, and what we are talking about are merely speculations from reliable sources. For instance, according to BBC, Jassim is now considering submitting a 5th bid, and there is a feeling that the Qatari feels compelled to do so. The offer would likely have to be significantly more than Ratcliffe's, which values the club at around £5.5 billion and includes measures to allow the Glazers to continue as shareholders. So as rumors are suggesting that Ratcliffe might be the preferred bidder for Glazers, Qatar's 5th bid can really change things up in a significant way. And the moment we have more updates for you guys, we'll make a video about it. But before we move on, if you want Qatar to become the new owners of Manchester United, smash that like button and subscribe to Always United if you don't want to miss the latest news about the takeover of the club. The next thing that needs to be addressed is the Glazers' whole behavior towards the takeover of the club and how it has pissed off not only the fans, but also some of the more recognizable faces. If you recall, the Glazers received their first offers for the club back in February and had set an initial deadline of late April to get a deal over the line. However, after 3 rounds of bidding and with United 1 game away from the end of the season, there is still no official news of the American siblings' preferred buyer, either at full takeover or partial investment capacity. Gary Neville, who has been vocal in the past about their handling of the process, has labeled the approach unprofessional lately. He has said, and I quote, "Plainly obvious the Glazer family aren't going to announce anything on the ownership until the season is closed." The former United right back wrote in a tweet and said, "They have been spinning it out unprofessionally for weeks and months now. They know fan protests would have been more significant than they already have if matches were still being played, and the end result of the sale process is unpopular. Basically, any family members staying in would be deemed unacceptable by all fans." Is this why they're holding off? If you're wondering why it is important for this takeover to happen sooner rather than later, you have to consider the fact that the nature of the takeover bid will heavily influence United's summer. For instance, it has been reported that a win for the Qatari group led by Sheikh Jassim may open the door to a sensational move for Paris Saint-Germain waterway Neymar, which we have covered, by the way, in a separate video for you guys. Definitely make sure to check it out. And also, there are many players that Erik ten Hag has in mind, not only for next season, but the ones who have to depart United. The nature of the takeover can have an impact on the future of fan-favorite players such as Mason Greenwood. You see guys, these are just some of the reasons that the takeover needs to come to an end as soon as possible, because it will affect every aspect of the club in one way or the other. I'm interested to know what you guys think about the Glazers' approach to the situation and whether you guys agree with Gary Neville on the matter. Share your thoughts with us in the comment section. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end of this video, guys. Definitely look forward to more Man United news on the channel, Always United. If you want to hear more Manchester United news, here are my personal suggestions. But until next time, it's been a pleasure serving you guys.